I have some clips of some saves. Could I share my screen? We could take a look at it. Changing gears, obviously. Let me go ahead and share my screen. These clips come from the Big Ten championship game. And
huddle.
Have you always been number 99, by the way?
No, I was actually grew up number 15, was number 22 in high school, and then 99 was a move collegiately.
Was a move, oh, collegiately, yeah. Going back to your ice hockey background, I guess a lot of ice hockey greats wear the 99, huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's the goal, right? I want to be the best. I want to change the game, and that's my aspirations. Put it on my jersey. I can't not look at it. I can't not see it. I have to push for it.
Awesome. While I'm kind of, the pregame is up here. Well, actually, no, let's save that. I'll save that question. Let's go to the saves. First one. By the way, this angle is so awesome.
It's fantastic to review as well.
I mean, yeah. I'm like, why is this not an angle out of all college lacrosse broadcast? And if you're just listening to the audio, it's like this close up of like right behind the goal, but like super high def, and you can see, oh man, just what the goalie sees.
I also find it funny in this context too, because you can see how a full field ride works, given that there is simply no one in that other net. I am at the 50, so yeah. I find it's actually funny.
Yeah, that's true. You can see all the way down to the other goal too. Yeah. So first save I want to take a look at. I think it comes off I think it's an 8-meter play, but we can't see the beginning of it. So you can kind of see your stance right there. Kind of talk us through your stance a little bit, if you could.
Yeah, I play a little wider. I tend to kind of coil up and explode for shots, and I adjust my hands accordingly, knowing that's kind of how I play. You kind of have that angle of the stick head. I kind of slide it off to the side at a little bit of like a 45, not even that much angle, and then I hold pipe pretty well, but I'm also not a big baiter, so it really is just kind of sitting in that middle.
Awesome. I'm gonna play this.
Water in the head too there.
Shot. Doucette gets a piece of it. Big save.
Great save. Earlier, you were talking about the flexibility and the explosion, and I think this is like a great example of that. I mean, look at that flexibility in the hips. I mean, what do you do to to get that flexibility in the hips?
A lot of stretching, a lot of mobility work. It's more injury prevention than anything, because I know I play this way, so I don't want to cause myself any problems as a result. So it's maintaining and just making sure I stay that level of flexibility, because I probably won't be able to keep myself from doing the move in the moment. I just don't want to have any repercussions as a result.
Yeah, but it's such a great save technique, because you look like if that ball's shot to the lower right quadrant, like your whole body's down there, right? Like you couldn't take up more space with your body. I think this one ends up hitting you on the leg, right?
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. Take that save. Awesome. 203. I'm gonna let this one play.
Sophomore netminder. She gets dumped to the turf, and she will have a free position opportunity at the 8-meter for Maryland.
Before we watch this, this is another free position shot. What goes through your head? What are you thinking about free position shot?
My first thought is really just assessing the situation, the scenario. Just, okay, what's the time on the clock? What's the time on the shot clock? How are they setting up? Where do I need my players? Who's on the field? Who do I want on that stick side? Like, for example, we don't always have someone on that hanging hash. In this case, we do, but that's not always the case. So what passes could they hit? I want to assess the situation, understand as much as possible before I get set for the save. And then it's just like waiting it out. I think also looking at that keeps me from overthinking the shot. I'm worried about 27 other things. So now I just, let me focus on seeing the ball. That's the easiest thing to do right now.
Yeah, I like that. So you're reading the play, and help me out. Hanging hash is this girl right here?
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, so you're just seeing like what could she do? Is her only option to shoot? All right, that's good to know, right? Could she pass it? Could she, do any number of things? But just having, playing that out in your mind, and that's lacrosse IQ, right? Like that comes with being in that exact scenario 100 times previously.
Absolutely.
Yeah. By the way, so I've coached goalies, but I've never coached like the women's sport of lacrosse. Like, are you allowed just to move? I thought you were not allowed to move on the arc, but here, like you tell her to get over there and she moves over. Is that?
Yeah, so that's a newer rule, I believe, in the last I think my freshman year. So I played with that collegiately free movement. It's a huge difference. It also allows you to get those hashes to either side. That's given to the team that's defending. So you get those two, and then the rest are kind of fought about, and you kind of jostle for. So you're allowed to move and get set, and it's honestly been a huge difference maker for goalies that they can use that space.
Yeah, and you're basically positioning your chess pieces, before the play starts to get in the best spot to defend it. Interesting. All right, cool. So let's watch this one.
Championship game so far. Hoffman steps in, shoots just wide. Backed up by the Terps. They'll retain possession.
He said just wide, so maybe that wasn't technically a save, but you were right on it. I'm going to give you the save on that one.
Appreciate it. I don't even remember if I got a piece or not. I was just looking to the next one.
Yeah, one of my biggest pet peeves is a lot of times announcers are not goalies, right? So they'll take a shot and I clearly see the goalie make a save and they'll be like, "Ooh, that one goes wide," or like, "Ooh, that's off the pipe." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? That was not off the pipe. That goalie clearly made a save. And why are you not more excited about that save?"
I understand that. I know in the past too, my statistics haven't even been accurate, but really I'm really focused on the final score more than I'm focused on what's my save percentage, so it definitely happens. And if it means they think it went wide and they don't reset the shot clock, I'm not going to fess up.
Fair enough. Yeah. I'm fair enough.
An ethical player, but if that sneaks by and they don't want to call it, I'm not going to most of the time yell out, "Hey, I touched that."
You're going for the win, not to pad the stats.
Little gamesmanship.
Yep. Oh, by the way, we got a little clip of the ladies doing a little.
Oh, look at this! How low can you go?
Oh my goodness!
Doing a little limbo celebration. I like how you guys keep it loose.
Absolutely, that's our team culture in practice and games, everything, and we would not be the team we are on the field without everyone else on the side too. Whether they get it, whether they don't, it's a team effort.
By the way, this backup goalie's got the nice limbo. I mean, that's flexibility right there.
Yeah, I'll give her the feedback. We do a lot of mobility work, so I think she can go lower, but we'll work on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you compare it to number,
yeah.
When you compare it to number 14 here, we got to have a chat with number 14. She's got the technique.
It's okay. She has the dance moves most of the other time, so we'll let her slide on this one. She's normally on camera dancing quite a bit.
Fair enough.
Question was they've elected not to play strategy anymore. Nice takeaway check. Beautiful.
Oh, it's you gave it right back.
Oh man, what a save. So if you're just listening to the audio, your defender does a nice takeaway check and then she's getting pressured and she tries to throw it, I think, back to you. And the Maryland girl intercepts it and then basically runs from around X and you shuffle and beat her there. Great save. I mean, you're at this point, I guess just talk us through this play if you could.
Yeah, I mean, Hannah had a beautiful check there, and we know that the Mays on Maryland are a huge threat, so I shouldn't have called there. And then there was someone sneaking around the crease, so that was on me for giving her misinformation. But I had that crash come immediately. You can see, obviously, yes, she's going to cage. She gets the shot off, but I've got 4 players within 6 yards, if not less. And then it's about just beating the shooter to where she wants to go. We know she's a lefty. That's the scout. So she's carrying it there. She looks like she's going to shovel it. I'm just seeing the ball and tracking it with her and just trying to throw as much at it as I can, kind of like how we talked on that pass save, just getting my stick there and my body behind it. My stick's my first save. My body's my second. And luckily I got some stick on this one.
Yeah, really like you said, at this point, she's going to try and shovel it to your off stick hip side. So you're busting your butt to get over there. Bam. Nice save. That's got to feel good, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I want to help my teammates and I want to they pick up the slack when I'm having a time or make an error, and I want to do the same for them. So that's more of a momentum shift type save. I don't think all saves are created equal. Saves mean different things at different times, and that could have been a morale shifting goal, especially at that point in the game with that tight score. Shots are similar, so you kind of got to just have that mindset of this is even bigger than it should be. So let's get across, let's make that save, and also make sure we execute cleanly on this transition, calm us down, go back at it.
Yeah, all saves are definitely not created equal. That is for sure.
Right back.
Hannah Gillespie with
What did they call right there?
I think it was a crease violation on one of the Maryland girls, but I'm not positive.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I need to watch the women's game a little bit more with someone who knows the rules, because I say that quite a bit. I'm like, what is that call? I don't get it. I don't get. But yeah, all right, that makes sense. All right, that was 250, 410. Oh, I was going to take a look at this one. This one doesn't end up working out in your favor, but it's just such a cool angle. It's just such a cool angle. Like, you got it from behind and
steps in, fires and scores.
And she ends up scoring. But like the cool thing is, especially in the women's game, and I don't know how, I'd love to get your thoughts on this. Like there's a technique called read 'em and beat 'em. Like I learned about it from the Goalie Smith guys, where you're sort of, on in close shots, you're reading the body language and then beating them to the spot, right? Do you use that technique?
So I actually just learned that from them 2 weeks ago. I had yet to know that myself. So I'm working on that. That hasn't been something that's been applied to my game yet. I look forward to applying it because I think it's a really cool way to play it, and just simply beating someone to a shot if you force their hand. But obviously I hadn't learned that year yet, and it doesn't go in my favor. So hopefully that'll be flipped this year.
Awesome. Did you take did you attend one of their camps?
Yeah, I did one of their sessions immediately following the U.S. tryout 2 weeks ago, and then I got to coach with them as well, which was awesome.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, if you ask me, like those guys are some of the best live coaches. Like the caliber of goalies that they train and that they work with, they're awesome guys. Love them.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, just you kind of see this one, like she's sort of leaning, to the side, and I guess as shooters get more advanced, they could kind of lean to the side and push it back the other way. But 9 times out of 10, like we got, she's going to shoot to that, to the way she's leaning, which is to your off stick. So that's where she ends up shooting. And I mean, it's a close shot. Like what are you going to do about that one? It's tough. So hang on. Yeah, here we go. Last one for another free position shot.
The foul actually benefits the defense.
Lubecker shoots, a nice save by Doucette. So to your point, Rachel, a potential goal not counted.
Nice save. So yeah, another free position shot. And it looks like kind of you go to like right before it starts, it looks like you kind of adjust your helmet a little bit. Do you remember what was going on there?
Honestly, sometimes my helmet will ride up a little bit. I don't go for as much tilt as most do. So it sometimes pops up and gets a little in my way. So I'll adjust it. I'll get back to where I need to quickly. Cut a little on this one with Lubecker coming off the hash, but we got there.
Yep. I love that stance. I mean, you mentioned like being coiled, and you can just kind of see it from this angle right here, legs bent, just ready to explode up, ready to explode down. Great stance. Good learning for those young goalies out there. And then shot comes and bam, you just get kind of a leg on it. I mean, ideally we're making the save with our stick, but at that point, like she's so close and it comes to your off stick hip that I think you're just doing whatever you can to make that save, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll put anything in front of it when I can.
Yep. Awesome. And then that leads us to the very end here.
2021 Women's Big Ten Tournament champions. They do it in style. They've won.
You guys win the Big Ten championship, really I think he said for the second time in the program's history. So congratulations on that. That must have been an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like those post-win huddles, especially in this past year with COVID, and like we just had to throw ourselves so heavily into our team and ourselves, and not seeing anyone else and just being there. It's a very validating feeling to know that all those sacrifices you made, not seeing friends, not seeing family, not traveling, just buttoning down, it definitely felt extra sweet this year.